If you live in Florida, or really anywhere warm, you already know this. A clean pool is one of the best things in life. Crystal clear water, kids jumping in on a Saturday afternoon, cold drink in your hand, that's the dream. But a dirty pool, that's a nightmare. Cloudy water, algae creeping up the walls, chemicals out of balance, the filter making a sound it shouldn't. And it doesn't take long. Skip 1 week and the pool goes from something you enjoy to something you avoid. And here's what most pool owners figure out pretty quickly. They don't want to deal with it. Not this week, not next week, and not ever. They just want someone to show up, handle it, and keep the water blue. Every week, like clockwork. That someone makes $100 to $150 a month per pool. And with 20 pools on a route, that's $28,000 a year working about 5 hours a week. Today on Moonlight or Die, we're asking, can you make $28,000 a year cleaning pools part-time? We're breaking down the cost, the route math, time, and why this might be the most stable reoccurring side hustle that we've covered. Welcome to Moonlight or Die, where we break down real business ideas and ask one question. Could you actually build this as a side hustle? No dreams, just numbers and reality. You've got two choices, keep scrolling or start building it after hours. Let's get into it. Florida has more residential swimming pools than almost any state in the country, and every single one of them needs to be maintained every week. Not monthly, not when it looks bad, every single week. Skim the debris, brush the walls, check the chemicals, make sure the pump and filter are running right. That's the baseline. And most owners try to do it themselves for about 3 weeks. Then life gets busy. The test kit stays in the garage. The skimmer sits by the fence. The water starts turning green. And eventually they do what they should have done from the beginning. They hire someone. That's you. You show up once a week, you spend 20 to 30 minutes per pool and keep the water clean, balanced, and swimmable. You're not building pools. You're not doing major repairs. You're the person who keeps their pool looking like the pool instead of the swamp. And once you're part of someone's routine, they don't leave. All right, let's talk money, because that's why you're here. What you're going to charge. Pool cleaning is a monthly service, not a per visit charge. Standard residential pools run $100 to $150 per month for weekly service. Larger or more complex pools can go higher. That monthly price includes your weekly visit, your chemical balancing, and the basic equipment checks. What makes this different from almost every other business on this show? Every customer is reoccurring revenue. They pay you every month automatically for as long as they own the pool. A basic cleaning kit, a skimmer, a pole, a brush, a vacuum system can run about $150 to $300. Chemicals to start, about another $100 to $200. A test kit, $50 to $150. That's about it. All in, you're looking at only $300 to $800 to launch. You need a car to get there and a tools to clean. That's the whole business. Now let's do the $28,000 math. 20 pools at $120 a month. That's $2,400 a month. Over 12 months, that's $28,800 a year. Subtract your chemical costs and gas, call it $3,000 to $5,000, and you're netting $24,000 to $26,000 for about 5 hours of work a week. Grow to 40 pools and you're at $4,800 a month, nearly $58,000 a year. That's full-time income on a part-time schedule. And that $300 to $800 you invested, your first 2 or 3 customers, they've already covered that. This is where pool cleaning business becomes one of the most efficient businesses we've ever covered. Each pool can take 20, maybe up to 30 minutes. Skim, brush, vacuum if needed, test and rebalance the chemicals. Check the equipment. That's it. If you group your pools by location, and you should, you can knock out 4 to 5 pools in a morning with minimal drive time between stops. 20 pools at 25 minutes each is about 8 to 10 hours a week. But if your route is tight, clusters of pools in the very same neighborhoods, you can compress that to maybe 5 to 7 hours. That's 2 mornings, maybe 3. That's it. Think about the math. You're earning $2,400 a month for 5 to 10 hours a week of work. That's an effective rate of $55 to $110 an hour. Now, I know that's lower than some of the other businesses we've covered, but here's what other businesses don't have. This money shows up every single month, whether you hustle or not. You're not chasing new customers every single week. You're running a route, and that is stability. Now let me talk about the thing that breaks or makes this business, your route. Pool cleaning isn't about doing one pool here and one pool across town. It's about building clusters. You want 5 pools in the same neighborhood, then 5 more in the next one over. Really tight geography, minimal driving, maximum pools per hour. When your route is tight, you're spending 25 minutes cleaning and 5 minutes driving to the next one. That's a 30-minute cycle. 2 pools an hour, 10 pools in the morning. That's the machine. And once you build it, it runs the same way every single week. The smart move? Start in one neighborhood. Get your first customer. Do a great job. Then knock on the neighbor's door or post in the HOA or Facebook group. Build density before you expand geography. That's how you build a route that makes money, not one that wastes gas. Start in your own neighborhood. If you have a pool yourself, even better. Keep it immaculate. That's your calling card. When your neighbor sees crystal clear water and asks who does your pool, you say, I do. Do you want me to do yours as well? Go ahead and post in local Facebook groups and next door. Pool looking green? I'm taking on new weekly clients in your area. $120 a month, everything included. Simple, clear, local. People with dirty pools are going to respond fast. Partner with realtors and property managers. Every time someone buys a house with a pool, they need a pool person. Every rental property with a pool needs weekly service. Get on the referral list, and now you've got a steady stream of new customers. And here's a tactic that works beautifully. Drive around and look for green pools. You can see them from the street. Knock on the door. Hey, I noticed your pool could use some attention. I'm a local pool cleaner. I can have it looking blue again by this weekend. That's not a cold call. That's a rescue mission, and they'll be grateful. Let's talk about what you actually need to know, because this isn't just scooping leaves. You need to understand basic water chemistry, chlorine levels, pH balance, alkalinity, how to prevent and treat algae. Now, before you panic, this is not complicated. You're not a chemist. You're actually testing water with a simple kit and then adding the right chemicals based on those readings. There are free resources, YouTube channels, and quick courses that can get you competent in a single weekend. For licensing, in many states, basic residential pool cleaning does not actually require a contractor's license. You may need a business license depending on your area. Check your local requirements, but don't let this be the one thing that stops you. For most people, the barrier is going to be extremely low. All right, let's keep it real, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is going to be all upside. You're working outside, potentially in Florida, and in the summer. That means heat, humidity, and afternoon thunderstorms. You learn to work mornings. You stay hydrated. You build your route so you're done before the worst of the heat hits. It's manageable, but it is a factor. Some pools are problem pools. The homeowner has a dog that sheds a small animal's worth of fur into the water every day. The oak tree drops 1,000 leaves a week. The equipment is 20 years old and barely functioning. You'll learn to identify these early and either price accordingly or just walk away. The route efficiency matters. If your pools are scattered across town, you're spending more time driving than cleaning. That's going to kill your hourly rate. Build tight, stay local. But here's what I want you to hear. Once your route is built, this business runs like a machine. Same pools, same schedule, same process, every week. The learning curve is short, the work is simple, and the income is predictable. And that is hard to beat. Okay, so let me paint a picture of who crushes it in pool cleaning. You like stability. You're not looking for the $2,000 Saturday jackpot. You're looking for the $2,400 that shows up every single month like clockwork. You want predictable income, a set schedule, and a business that doesn't require you to hustle for new customers every single week. This is your business. Maybe you like working outdoors. Maybe you're a morning person who wants to knock out a route before your day job starts. Maybe you're retired or semi-retired and want some steady income without the stress of a high-pressure gig. Maybe you're already doing pressure washing or gutter cleaning or other home services, and you want to add a monthly reoccurring revenue stream to your business. Pool cleaning is the perfect complement. Same neighborhoods, same customer type, and completely different service. This business does not care about your background. It only cares about one thing. Can you show up every week, keep the water clean, and be reliable? If yes, you're qualified. So, can you make $28,000 a year cleaning pools part-time? Here's what I'll tell you. 20 pools at $120 a month gets you to $28,800. Grow to 40 and you're pushing 58. The startup cost is under $800. The work takes 5 to 10 hours a week and the income does not disappear between jobs. It shows up every single month. That's not fantasy, that's a plan. Look, pool cleaning isn't the flashiest business on the show, but it might be the most stable. Low startup, reoccurring revenue, customers who stay for years, and a route that runs like clockwork once you build it. In a world full of side hustles where you're constantly chasing the next customer, this is the one where customers stay. And here's what I need you to understand. You can do this. I'm not trying to get you super motivated. I'm just saying it because the chemistry is learnable in a weekend. The tools cost less than a nice dinner out. And there's pools in your neighborhood right now. Green pools, neglected pools, pools that need you. And nobody's servicing them yet. You could land your first customer this week. So if you're sitting here thinking, this could actually work, trust your feelings, because it can. And if you want to go deeper on this idea or any of the businesses we cover, head over to our website and get on the list. We're putting out guides, breakdowns, and resources every week to help people like you take that first step. And that's what Moonlight or Die is all about. Building something real in the margins of your day. Because sometimes the best way to change your life is to start building it after hours. This is Moonlight or Die. Now go get it.